Welcome back to your channel, Concealed Abuse. I am your host, Oren Caroline. I'm a counselor, and today I just want us to touch on a topic that concerns people who have not married, people who are not married yet. See, when we are in love, we feel good, we feel loved, we feel wanted, we feel needed, we feel like a king, like a queen, because somebody has recognized us and somebody wants to spend the rest of their life with us. And so we kind of tend to forget to ask very valid questions that might help us in future. When you are dating, take your partner back to their childhood. Understand the childhood development that they went through when they were young. It is important because it might affect your marriage in future. It is important because it's going to affect how this person is going to relate with you and your children and even your relatives. First of all, ask them if they grew up with both parents. Were they toxic? If they were, how is he handling it? How is he dealing with it? How is he connecting? How is he relating with the toxic parent? We know that some parents are very toxic, and if a person grows up with a toxic parent, it affects them in future, and they might also be toxic on you as well. If their parent died, either both or one, ask them if they had a chance to mourn. Most time when we lose a parent, we are not given a chance to mourn, and especially if they are children. Children usually are not given a chance to mourn. They're not taken through counseling. They're not taken through mourning and grief and mourning counseling. They're just left to grow. And mourning is mourning. It is painful. It's a grief, and people grow with this pain for the rest of their lives. If they told you that they didn't have a chance to mourn their parent, ask them to go and see a counselor. Ask them to go and see a psychologist. Ask them to go and talk to somebody about this so that they can let it out. You see the way Prince Harry talks about the death of the mother. He's still mourning because he wasn't given a chance to mourn when he was young. But now that he's an adult, he felt like, no, I should have been given a chance to mourn my mother. In most time when somebody dies again, we do not give people a chance to mourn the way they want to mourn. Mourning has no formula. Mourning has no time limit. Let people mourn the way they want to mourn. Don't teach anybody how they're supposed to mourn. And maybe this person you intend to get married to, maybe they were given a formula of mourning. Some churches usually give formulas of mourning. And he might or she might be one of those kind of people who grew up in a community whereby people mourn in a certain way. This is an individual feeling. This is an individual loss. So there's not supposed to be a formula of mourning somebody you love. Mourn them the way you want. So ask them, how did they mourn their mother or their father? That aside, there are some people who did not grow with their father or did not grow with their mother. If your partner is one of them, ask them why. They will tell you, that fool of a man is somewhere. They are married, has children, is going on with his life. Me, I never saw him, or he just left us. There are some who will tell you, our mom is just there somewhere, she's married somewhere, I don't know where, but I know she exists somewhere else, she just left us. That's pain. Nobody wishes to grow without a mother or a father. And if they didn't know, or they don't know why their mother left or their father left, it's even more hurtful. Maybe they were told by the parent who stayed, the parent who brought them up, that other parent was not a good person and they're not supposed to be with them. Maybe that parent who raised them pushed the other parent away. And life has to move on. If your spouse pushes you away, what do? Do you cling on? You don't cling on, you move on. And maybe that mother that they say left, or that father that they say left, was pushed away. So by asking them these questions, they will start asking themselves exactly what happened. You are triggering a question in them to start asking them, what really happened? Why did my mother leave? Why did my father leave? Maybe what they were told were all lies. Maybe their father did not leave because they wanted, or because they were irresponsible, or because they didn't want to be part of them. Maybe their mother did not leave because of the same reasons. No. Maybe they left because they were pushed away. Ask those questions. Some of them will tell you that their dad was toxic or their mom was toxic. That's different. Nobody wants to hang around somebody who is toxic. And if that is the case, ask them how they're dealing with it. How are they handling it? How do they behave when that toxic parent calls or needs them? Are they supporting them? You know, most of the people who did not grow without a mother or a father have high chances of having their children also grow without a mother or a father. So if you are dating a woman who did not grow with a father, it is so easy for her to have her children grow up without you. A small mistake and you're kicked out. After all, they grew up without a dad. So what's so special about these children? Yeah, there's something special about those children. They don't need to grow with their father. So be very careful with that. If it's a man who grew up without a mother, will not see the reason why the children should even grow without a mother. So any small mistake and you're kicked out. So you end up growing without your own children because somebody grew up without a mother. Don't miss out on these kind of signs that you need to pay attention to. All right? Ask about the mental state of this person. Just in your dating, in your conversation, find out, do they have any mental illness in the family or within them? Do they have any psychological disturbances? Anger issues. Do they have anger issues? How are they dealing with it? Do they know that they have anger issues? Are they control freaks? We have people who are very good control freaks. Pay attention to those. Look out for control behaviors in them. Are they manipulative? Are they revengeful? We date this kind of people. We see these behaviors, but we just ignore them because we are in love and we do not want to ask. We do not want to address them until when we get into marriage, 1 year, 2 years into it. That's when you start complaining. Oh, my husband is a narcissist. Oh, my husband is a control freak. Oh, my wife is a manipulative person. Oh, my wife is such a revengeful person. You saw these things when you're dating, but you just decided not to address them. We have people who are very revengeful, by the way. Before they forgive you, you will work so hard for it. And it's small mistakes that doesn't even require somebody to get angry at. But they get angry and they don't forgive you. You do not want to be with that kind of a person. Help them get help. We have counselors all over. Tell them that they have this problem. If they are wise, they will go for help. If they don't want to, you do have no business being the kind of a person. They will hurt you. They will hurt you. Then, you also have to find out if this person was sexually molested when they were young. Sexual abuse is a very bad scar. It doesn't go away very easily. If they were abused when they were young, how are they healing? How are they dealing with it? How did they deal with it? You will hear people saying that, oh, me, I was raped, and when that happened, the rapist came home with their kids, and my parents were given a cow or a goat, or they were paid so that this case do not go to court. These things happen a lot. And so this person grows up believing that it is okay to be raped. It is a prize. If you are raped, you get paid. You know, that is the environment that they know, which you and I know is not right. It is important for you to address the pain of the person you are intending to get married to. Childhood development plays a very major role in future as an adult. As a father or as a mother, it plays a very big role. It is your responsibility to ask these questions so that you do not come to regret later in life. It is, however, not your responsibility to push somebody to get help in case they went through the things that I've mentioned. There are some people who do not know that there are problems, and when you tell them there are problems, they really want to change. They want to get help. Help them. Work with them. Work with them. But for those who don't want, don't push it. You will not handle them when they are now your wife or your husband. Trust me, you won't handle them. Okay? If you think this topic has been helpful to you, kindly subscribe, share, and comment below so that we can have a conversation going. Thank you.